welcome to the No Spin News for Thursday, May 8th, 2025. Stand up for your country. Got a lot to tell you about on the tariff front with President Trump, but there's a new pope. So I think we'll lead with that tonight. I do not know Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost. All right, he is from Chicago. He is a protege of the Cardinal of Chicago. And he looks like a good guy to me from my initial research, but I don't know him. I don't know anyone who does know him because he hasn't been in America for 10 years. So he was the leading Catholic cleric in Peru. In fact, he holds Peruvian citizenship as well as American citizenship, 2 passports. 69 years old, born in Chicago, first American pope in history. I hope that's a good thing. He looks like a good guy to me, just watching his demeanor when he came out on the Vatican balcony and greeted the folks. And here's what he had to say. Roll it.
The Pope, who blessed Rome, gave his blessing to the world, to the entire world, that morning of Easter. Allow me to follow up on that blessing. God loves us. God loves everyone. Evil will not prevail. We are all in the hands of God. Therefore, without fear, united, hand in hand with God and amongst ourselves, let us go forward.
I like the line, evil will not prevail. I like that line. So I'm going to send him a copy of Confronting Evil, my book that'll be out in September. Now, the new pope, if you don't read Roman numerals, he is Leo the 14th, all right? My Catholic school upbringing drummed that into my head. I got those Roman numerals. So he was active in the USA in the early part of his career, 1982 to 85, and then from 2000 to 2014. The rest of the time he spent in Peru and Rome, and he had a good position in Rome, and that he was friendly with Pope Francis, who, of course, was an Argentine. And Peru is right across the continent. Now, Peru is an interesting country, very poor, not as destable as Colombia, Venezuela, even Argentina and Brazil. But there's a big gulf in Peru between the wealthy and the poor. And I think you're going to see a lot of sympathy for the poor from the new pope. Now, he was educated at Villanova, Philadelphia, bachelor of science degree in math. He's got to speak a bunch of languages. I know he speaks Italian, English, and Spanish. I am trying to track down the other language. He's 69 years old, as I said. And it looks like, from the just cursory view that he is a good choice. Now, why should you care if you're not Catholic? Because on this planet, there are very few institutions devoted to try to spread peace on earth, goodwill to men. You don't have a lot of that going on, do you? And you can pick apart the Catholic Church. That's not hard to do. It's run by men. A lot of those men are evil, okay? And we saw that over the past few decades. But the theology is pretty solid, in my opinion. That's why I am a Catholic. But we need, some kind of tempering of the evil that we see every day. And the totalitarians, like the Chinese, they don't want the Catholic Church. Putin says he's an Russian Orthodox adherent, but he's not. He's a murderer. He's a killer. And Pope really can't do anything about those guys. If you read Killing the SS, you'll see what the Pope came up against when he tried to temper Hitler. Okay, and it was impossible. So these bad, evil people, they override the good people, but we still need to hear from the good people. And that's why the Pope story is important. And, if I find somebody denigrating my religion, I speak up. I don't let it go. And I know that we are a secular country. I'm not a holy roller. I don't proselytize on this program. I tell you, who I am, what I do, why I believe what I believe. But I'm optimistic that this Pope will be a positive force for humanity. And I think that's what we need, okay? And I'll have more on Monday as we delve into this. But I think it's a positive all around, even if you don't believe. All right, let's do the talking points on the UK trade deal with President Trump. So this is a fascinating story. As I told you, I talked to the Pope yesterday, the president yesterday, Wednesday morning, and a lot of it was about the tariffs, and he's buoyant. He believes he's going to get these deals laid down. I don't know. How could I possibly know? All I can do is report what's happening. So today, the UK and the USA made a deal that the president says is going to help our country with ethanol, beef, machinery, and agricultural products. We do have a trade surplus with Great Britain. That means we derive more money from them than they from us, which is one of the few countries in the world, which is why this deal was easier to make. But it looks like a good deal to me for both countries, all right? And it sends a message that this tariff stuff is underway. The British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, he has a pretty good relationship with Donald Trump. And so I'm happy to see this because I want every American to prosper. I want our economy strong. I don't care if it comes from Donald Trump or Joe Biden or Barack Obama or Bush the Younger. I just want us to be strong. I want you to make as much money as you can make, honestly. Okay, that's my goal. Now, about an hour after the deal was announced, the Dow was up 650 points. I don't know, we're taping before it closed, so the thing goes all over the place, and that's not good. We want to stabilize it down. I think in the next few weeks, you're going to see a number of tariff deals. So here's what President Trump said today. Roll it.
With this deal, the UK joins the United States in affirming that reciprocity and fairness is an essential and vital principle of international trade. The deal includes billions of dollars of increased market access for American exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing access for American beef, ethanol, and virtually all of the products produced by our great farmers.
All right, so good, right? Is there a downside? Of course there's a downside to the people who hate Trump because they don't want him to prosper. They would rather see you suffer than him prosper. And just think about that. All right, so last night I went on News Nation, Chris Cuomo, and Cuomo's taking the Democrat line on the tariffs, that they have not helped the United States so far. Well, it's only been a month. My tact is, wait, this is a total reworking of the American economy, and so you can't make any judgments on it in a month other than to hope it succeeds, right? Roll the tape.
Bill, what am I saying that you don't like? Help me.
Everything.
Really?
It's like fighting the Civil War. Yeah, it's like fighting the Civil War. All right? The first year was a disaster for the North. And, oh, no, we lost. Oh, we can't do this. We can't do it. No, you have to let it unfold. Unemployment, as I told the Congressman Auchenschloss, is from in a town hall meeting, it's 4.2%. Consumer spending is still at the level it is. There's no need to cut interest rates. The Fed didn't do it today. Okay? The economy is humming along, Cuomo, and you're painting it as 1929.
Oh, no, I'm
not.
I'm not painting it as 1929 at all. And the market is gambling. It goes up and down. I'm talking about the realities of small business and people who are trying to borrow money right now. They can't, Bill. That's a reality.
4.2 unemployment is about as low as it gets.
4.2
because the layabouts
unemployment
aren't
is.
gonna
It's
work.
almost full employment, which is why this
Yeah.
ties into a different issue known as immigration.
Ah, the deflection. Look, the economy, thank God, is pretty good right now. And Trump says it's going to get a lot better when these tariff deals roll in. I don't know. But you give them a little more time. But the Democrats don't want him to succeed. Now, Cuomo's not a hater. See, he's not at the level of MSNBC, which is just a disgrace. I've never seen anything like that. And that's Comcast, NBC News. I know they're getting rid of it, but every blanking day, all they do is sell hate, hate, hate. Roll it.
It sounds like this is a marginal deal and that it's not that big of a deal when we look at, I'm curious to see the details of how much there will be in change compared to what we previously had with the UK. And then the UK officials also know that in order to negotiate the best deal for their country, that they need to stroke his ego. And so that's kind of, I think, what we saw take place there.
Sure. And at the stroke, it doesn't matter what Trump does. Close the border, doesn't matter. Okay? Get a good deal with UK and tariff trade, doesn't matter. Oh, no. Just attack, attack, attack. This is NBC. Not some fringe lunatic website. And these people are paid to do this every day. Okay, that's the memo. There is a polling outfit, DDHQ. And this is the decision desk on News Nation. You call the presidential race first. They're good. And they have compiled the job approval ratings for Donald Trump. Here they are as of May 5th. 45% job approval, 51% disapprove. That is 1% up from April and down 2% in disapprove. Now, I told you, and this is obviously fact, if the trade deals and tariff deals come in, if the stock market stabilizes, if people's investments rise, then the favorability rises in conjunction. It's all about that. If you're a business owner and your ads are falling flat while your competitors dominate the market, well, listen up, because you definitely don't want to miss this. Look, thousands of brands have already scaled fast with FYSI and their innovative marketing strategies. FYSI builds smart multi-channel campaigns that drive real sales and elevate your brand's presence. Folks, this is what separates billion-dollar companies from the small companies. FYSI can help you stand out. And right now they're offering a free $5,000 risk assessment. Just enter promo code BILL at FYSI.com/Bill. This offer will not last long. Don't wait. Again, use code BILL to claim your free risk assessment at FYSI.com/Bill, or you can call them 800-877-4000. So I hope you check out our YouTube channel. I'm going to take on Stephen Colbert and Miss Maddow of MSNBC. It is youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, free. Once you sign up, so you get all of our good commentary on there. Let's go to the mail. We got Susan Underwood, Delaware, Oklahoma. Bill, you mentioned all the deaths caused by Hitler and Mussolini. How do you feel about all the deaths caused by Joe Biden's leadership? I'm going to stop you right there, Susan. You can't make those comparisons. That's like comparing Trump to Hitler and all. You just can't. Hitler and Mussolini, they're going to millions of people, all right? And once you do that, then you lose all credibility. Now, I'm saying this to look out for you. Got to make the comparison valid. Evan Ortega, Westwood, Los Angeles. Countries including Israel, UK, France, and Germany allow trans people to serve in the military. This disgraceful decision by Secretary Hegseth is obviously driven by politics rather than military readiness. Okay, I respect your opinion on that, Evan. But in all the countries, and there are 30 of them, that allow trans people to serve in the military, there are limitations. Can't be on drugs, can't be on hormone blockers and things like that. I don't think any of them pay for surgeries except the USA. So that is the problem. And but we want to be fair on it. Janet Elaine Lippett, Sullivan, Indiana. We quit watching network news. We no longer watch it because most of it's not true. Very good. We got tired of the Trump bashing, so that's why we watch the No Spin News. We care, Bill, but we don't know how to change the media. There's nothing you can do but not watch it. But my point is, are you interested in hearing about it? DeWitt. How much due process is enough? Didn't Mr. Garcia have a day in court when he was ordered to be deported? He did not. He was deported on a roundup of criminal aliens in Maryland. He was under a judge's order for a claim of asylum. Okay? And DeWitt goes on to say, how is it allowed to request asylum? I thought you only had to do that outside the country. No, you can request asylum here, but there are ways to do it. And the immigration lawyers know the ways. Okay? Tanya, not a fan of Xi or Putin, but there's plenty to do in Russia for 4 days. It's a beautiful country. You can easily spend 4 days in Moscow or St. Petersburg. Haven't been to Moscow, been to St. Petersburg, 2 days. That's it. Big museum there, nothing else. Pretty, but 4 days? No. Moscow's probably 2 days too. And she's not running around in a Jeep driving all over Russia. Bill Craig, Ridgeville, Washington. Been watching for more than 15 years. He recently said that gas prices are going down, and they are big time. But in Vancouver, Washington, right across the river from Portland, we have $3.76 a gallon. Okay, I looked into this. It's because of the refineries. So Washington State, very liberal, as you know, has slapped so many regulations on the refineries, it's driving your prices up. Just like California. Same thing. Russ Ministeri is a cyber awareness specialist in North Carolina. I watched a Smart Life segment about online safety. I want to thank you. Part about the text message scams really hit home. These are becoming very common. What I said was, if you get a text and you don't know who this text is from saying, hey, you owe money, or hey, we got money for you, or you better do this, erase it. You open it, they're in, they can create havoc. So thank you for reminding us, Ross. All right, Bill O'Reilly store.com store. We got Mom, you're taking care of it Sunday. Be nice to Mom. But Father's Day, we got two good things, really big things. Not Woke Dad Mug and Killing Crazy Horse together, very low price. It's one of our most action-packed books. Dad will love it. Or, we told you earlier, we get the trilogy of World War II, Rising Sun, Patton, and the SS. Or, we now have the Not Woke mug and the baseball hat together for a phenomenally low price. So, come on, Dad, June 15th. These are great gifts for Dad. And if you want all the killing books plus confronting, we got them all in a big bundle. That's the best gift ever for Dad, if you really like them. Word today, do not be morose, M-O-R-O-S-E. Don't be morose. Back with the final thought in a moment. Let's face it, the U.S. economy is under stress. National debt rising, trade war shaking the markets. And meanwhile, China is dumping the dollar and stockpiling gold. That's why I protected my savings with physical gold and silver through the only dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. And you can do this. Get precious metals delivered to your door or place in a tax-advantaged gold IRA. They'll even help you roll over your existing IRA or 401k, tax and penalty-free. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star reviews, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. You can trust American Hartford Gold as I do. Please call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. There is a lot of talk about government debt, but the real crisis is personal debt. You need Done with Debt. They have unique strategies to help end your debt fast, so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. And they will not try to sell you a loan. They're tough negotiators. Will go one-on-one with your credit card and loan companies to drastically reduce bills, eliminate interest, erase penalties. Clients end up with more money in their pocket on month one. And they don't stop until you're debt-free. Take a few minutes. Visit donewithdebt.com. It's free, but listen, some solutions are time sensitive, so you have to move quickly. Go to donewithdebt.com. Donewithdebt.com. Tell them Bill sent you. Okay, a brief final thought, because it's been a packed program. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. My mom was the best. She's in heaven. If she's not in heaven, nobody's in heaven. That's my philosophy. Tonight, CW Network. First 100 Days of Trump, Are You Better Off? My special in conjunction with News Nation. 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay? I'm up against Farmer Wants a Wife. That is an absolute show. Farmer Wants a... I am competing against Farmer Wants a Wife. Watch me. You will like this special. It is honest. It's right to the point. CW Network, tonight, Thursday, 9 Eastern. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you again on Monday. New column on Sunday. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.